subscribe to Fat and Broke.
Xin chào, what's up everybody? Alright, my name is Chris. This is my channel Fat and Broke. I live in Vietnam. Today we're going to be talking about some stuff in Vietnam. So let's get right into it. First things first, this video is going to be how many people came in as tourists throughout this past year. Did Vietnam meet its target goal of tourism for this year? Let me know in the comments right now if you think they did. No cheating if you already read the article in other news places, but if you think they did, type yes. If you don't think they did, type no. Let me know. So, Vietnam achieves its 2023 foreign tourist target. Vietnam has welcomed 8.9 million international visitors in the first 9 months, already beating the year's 8 million target. The 9-month figure was up 4.7 times year on year, but equivalent to 69% of pre-pandemic levels in 2019. According to a report released by the General Statistics Office on Friday. September recorded 1.05 million foreign arrivals, making the third consecutive month where foreign tourist arrivals exceeded 1 million. South Korea by far has been the largest source of tourist arrivals with over 2.5 million in the first 9 months alone, followed by, surprisingly, now China. Which, again, I've only very sporadically seen Chinese tourists, and they're almost always in a tour group. I have not seen definitely a million. I think a lot of tourism got skipped in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh, and I think they were just in other areas. Or simply put, I just didn't see it. Well, of course, I've been busy. I haven't been here too consistently overall in the past couple months anyway. So. Taiwan has surpassed the U.S. with about 500,000 to become the third biggest tourist sender with 500,000, and Japan came in fifth with 414,000 with the U.S. The U.S. is in sixth. Oh no, the U.S. is in 1, 2, 3, fourth. Pretty much tied with Taiwan, Japan, and Thailand. So there's been no... Cambodia fell off there towards that. Cambodia was fighting with the #1 position at first. So there is definitely an uptick. Secretary Director of the Vietnam Tourism Advisory Board said Vietnam's tourism industry had received strong support from the government in relaxing visa policies. By the end of the year, Vietnam can welcome 12 to 13 additional international visitors, even more he added. The peak season of international tourism typically lasts from September until April next year, as Western tourists flock to Vietnam for a winter holiday break. Starting from August 15th, I don't know how true that is anymore. I think that's starting to become quite the opposite, where people are wanting to come here for their summer break as well. So we're getting quite a bit, and quite a lot of people coming in summer. I'm trying to get it come now. I think a lot of people are coming in summer now too, though. Starting from August 15th, Vietnam accepted e-visa registration from citizens from all countries and territories, with the visa valid for multiple entries and for 90 days. In addition to granting e-visas to all countries, the government also extended the duration of stays in Vietnam from 14 to 45 days for citizens of 13 countries unilaterally exempted from visas. Again, why they haven't expanded on that, who knows? I'm not Vietnam, I don't know how they do that stuff. So. In 2019, the country welcomed a record 18 million foreign visitors and earned tourism revenues of 30 billion. Southeast Asian countries have sped up in an international tourism recovery race, relaxing visa policies and boosting tourism promotion campaigns. Earlier this week, Thailand started granting visa exemption for Chinese and Pakistan tourists, while Indonesia recently offered its golden visa policy that allows foreigners to stay up to 10 years. Thailand has recorded over 19 million foreign tourists so far this year, over half of its year's target. So again, I mean, are we really competing with Thailand? Not really. Totally different. This is not really a country that has really been known for tourism nearly as much as Thailand. Thailand is pretty much a tourism-driven GDP country. And meanwhile, you know, this is a manufacturing. Vietnam, if you didn't know, if you're new to the channel, is a manufacturing hub of Southeast Asia. You know, every company is building something here. Apple's building something here. Samsung's building something here. LG's building something here, Nike's building something here, Reebok's building something here. Most of the shoes you get now, if you look at your shoes, will be made in Vietnam. So there's just a lot of things getting made here. So our GDP wasn't as affected from COVID and isn't as dependent on tourism as it is to Thailand. Now to that back end of that, do we need tourism? Of course. Do we need more people than what has come through, especially for like tourist areas to thrive and survive? For sure. Do they need to do, as we've already talked about, a complete overhaul with like the nightlife and things to do during the night here? 100%, man. Like, it can't just continuously just be Boi Vien and Nguyen Hue and now the wharf. So you've got these three areas and that's it. So really at night, if you're a tourist here, you can come to Nguyen Hue and Nguyen Hue is great, but what's to do here past an hour or two? Or you can go to Boi Vien and kind of party, which sucks now. Boi Vien is like a rip-off racket. You have to worry about your phone, you have to worry about your shit. It's not anywhere of what it once was, and it never will be. Like a lot of these places, like a lot of these lady bars are a big problem now too, and like Japantown, I'm going to do another video on it. You're starting to see now in Japantown over here where bars are starting to put, we're not charging you a seat charge, we're not charging you $5 to walk in. Pretty much like the 3 no's they're starting to put, I swear to gosh. And it's catching on because people aren't wanting to come back to these places. They're getting ripped off, and it's ridiculous. It's a big, it's the biggest problem that Vietnam's going to face and continue to face is customer service and treating people right and having people come back after they came here one time. I think it's very easy for like a single guy to come back here. Very easy to fall in love with the women and stuff like that. So for that, it's pretty easy. But I think definitely there's some couples that come here, or maybe a guy that isn't a sexpat that's just like wanting to do tourism might not like it as much because the customer service is just so therefore lacking of. So I mean, these are all topics and things we've brushed upon before. I did want to do a video on this topic because of course, I've talked about tourism since we've opened up since COVID, and it's interesting to see who still is consistently the #1 tourism, and that's Korea. And it is good to see the numbers bouncing up, and it's what needs to happen, like I said, is 100% is it needs to just, and this isn't a difficult thing, they just need to start working on like customer service and stuff, like customer service, improving things a little bit, making sure it's cleaner, like Nguyen Hue where we're at now is really clean, but like they need to start cleaning up all of District 1 and then start cleaning up District 3. Like I've talked about this before too, but Phnom Penh doing a pretty good job of keeping their like tourist areas really clean, so you get this sense of the area is really clean, which isn't bad for perception, because you're going to get certainly plenty of tourists that come to Saigon, they're just never going to leave this area. They're never going to leave this District 1 area, this like bubble of Nguyen Hue around here into Boi Vien, maybe into Pasteur Street a little bit, but they're usually not going to leave. Well, there's going to be a whole subsection of people that don't leave, essentially, like this area. So I mean, I think it's good. I think next year will improve even better. I think it's definitely, you see everybody go to Thailand first as things opened up. I think we're still seeing a bit of that. I think you'll start to see people want to explore and go somewhere new. And I think as the years progress, we're going to do much better with the tourism numbers and people coming in. As far as you being a tourist right now, couldn't be a better time to come. If you're thinking about coming to Vietnam, come on over. I recommend coming anytime during the year. Rainy seasons or non-rainy seasons don't make a difference to me. I think now's a great time to come. Sure, is it going to rain a few hours out of the day if you're here right now? Possibly. But is it going to be, a really good vacation? Sure. But yeah. Always trying to get a thumbnail. So that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Oh wait, we're not done yet. Don't turn it off. If you do want to see all the America content that we shot, that's available over on the Patreon. We've got over, I think, 70-something people now there. We've got a huge community over on the Patreon. If you need access to me directly, that's pretty much the only way to do it. If you want to go on a private tour when you're here, that would also be the way to access it. And it's just a way to support me if you do like my stuff and you want to throw me a couple extra dollars per month to kind of help me out. there's lots of extra content on there. So yeah. And then as far as live streaming goes, I do that over at kick.com. I'm going to be live streaming all the time. You know, if you like me and you want to see kind of a little bit of a different content, if you never watched me live stream, I recommend it. That's over at kick.com/fatandbroke. All right, guys, peace out.